Do well in this fixture and you are never forgotten. After 7 last season, we've had to wait 5 months for the opening Old Firm game of the current campaign. The waiting is over. It's live now in high definition on Sky Sports. Well, it's been taxing times for Rangers off the pitch. Will they meet the demands of Celtic, who need to recover from a midweek trip to Atletico Madrid? From the Vicente Calderon to the cauldron of Ibrox and the Old Firm game. The big match commentators, Davy Provan and Ian Crocker.
Thank you, David. After 5 months apart, they're back. It's the 301st league meeting between British football's fiercest rivals. An epic rivalry spanning 123 years. They've got history and lots of it. Side by side, head to head, toe to toe, and other parts of the body may be used in the making of this match. It's time to lay down some markers in Glasgow. Rangers have won the last 4 Old Firm openers. Celtic haven't won the first meeting since 2006. A remarkable rivalry renewed. 2 small words that send a big shiver down the spine. Old Firm. Last season, let's focus on football is the message, and if we manage to, we should relish one of the world's greatest derbies. Let's have a look at the men who matter today then, and Rangers make 2 changes from the Dundee United game, with Sasa Papac and Nikica Jelavic returning from injury. Kirk, Broadfoot and Juan Ortiz dropped to the bench. There are Old Firm initiations for the centre-half, during Juan and Carlos Bocanegra. Stephen Naismith and Kyle Lafferty are enjoying scoring sprees right now, but neither have managed an Old Firm goal yet. Celtic make 2 changes in the Atletico Madrid match, with Scott Brown and Badr El Kaddouri returning to the side. It's only El Kaddouri's 2nd match for Celtic. Forrest and Ledley dropped to the bench. Claudio Samaras, who settled the last New Year game here, is yet again preferred to Anthony Stokes on Derby Day. No place for new boys Mackay and Bedoya on the Rangers bench. Celtic have striker Mohamed Bangura on theirs. Stokes will be absolutely gutted to miss out again on the big day. Lost 2 out of 8 games against Rangers as a manager, but Rangers still ended up champions last season. Allan and McCoist together on the touchline again later, but he's starting the match behind Lorenzo Amoruso up top. His first Old Firm game as a manager, he scored 27 goals in 55 Glasgow derbies as a player, and what a player he was. Nikica Jelavic has scored 4 goals in 6 games against Celtic, 3 of them for Rapid Vienna in Europe. Will he make his mark today, or will Gary Hooper, who scored 3 in 6 games against Rangers? He's part of that oh-so-famous huddle. It's Craig Thompson's 10th Old Firm game. He's only showed 2 red cards in the previous 9, and that's not bad, considering. Ibrox brimming with passion. There is a territory that needs to be marked today in the city of Glasgow, but by who, Davey?
Well, it's always tough to call in, particularly the first one, but I do think Charlie Nicholas was spot on when he said that the 2 teams have to give us a game to remember here this afternoon. They're our 2 biggest teams, our 2 biggest clubs, and given the negativity surrounding the SPL at the moment, they owe us a big one today.
Rangers are 1 point above Celtic in the table. That's the way it finished last season. Sasa Papac returning from injury. Greg Wild given his third Old Firm start. Samaras, who scored twice here in the New Year derby last season, hasn't done an awful lot since, mind you. Juan grappling already with Hooper.
I just wonder how much the linesman saw of that, Ian. There was certainly plenty of afters there in the central area between the centre-back and the centre-forward.
Rangers only won 2 of last season's 7 Old Firm encounters, yet they still won the title and they won the League Cup. Carlos Bocanegra, the captain of America, he and Doran Koya experiencing this occasion for the first time. That's aimed towards Lafferty. Kelvin Wilson leaping, and an awkward fall.
Well, I think Jelavic will be glad of having the company of Kyle Lafferty up there. Very often he's a lone striker, Jelavic. Well, he has Kyle Lafferty take some of the strain off him. And what a difference in this boy's performances since he came in off the left-hand side. So often played left midfield for Rangers, but completely transformed now. He's playing through the middle.
Straight down the middle by Fraser Forster, away by Bocanegra. His key. El Kaddouri. Offside, Gary Hooper. "96 titles between these two, over 200 trophies as well. They don't like adding them together, they prefer to keep things separate. Towards Jelavic. Forster suddenly had Lafferty closing down. And that was a close call.
That was a slack pass by Kelvin Wilson, needless square ball.
Jelavic, Davis, Lafferty. Greg Wild was actually waiting there.
Well, I think Mark Wilson's lucky that the pitch was heavily watered before the game, otherwise it might have held up. But I don't know what Kelvin Wilson's thinking about here. So light with the pass.
Nowhere to hide on a day like this. Hooper wrestling with Bocanegra, but then ran into the formidable frame of Goya. Mark Wilson. Wilson's goal that settled the Scottish Cup replay between the sides last season. The kick is given against Samaras by the assistant referee.
Not quite sure why it was given. I'll tell you what, Ian, this Rangers shape today is a real vote of confidence in the players. Ally McCoist has basically said we're good enough to go and win this game. 2 up front, natural wide player in young Wild. Clearly, you know, he feels that with home advantage, Rangers can go and take the points here this afternoon.
Whittaker. Naismith has been fouled by El Kaddouri.
Well, this is where it gets tricky for the referee, you know. I think Craig Thompson will be reluctant to go to his pocket in the first 10-15 minutes of the game. But there will come a time where he's going to have to give the players the message.
An early opportunity for the boys in blue. Greg Wild takes it. Forster not too near it.
Oh, unconvincing to say the least. Really good ball in from Greg Wild. Well, they're always difficult to defend, this type of whip ball in between goalkeeper and last defender. But when Fraser Forster decides it's his, he's got to get a little bit more on it than he did.
Ally McCoist, who revelled in these occasions as a player, now experiencing it as a manager for the very first time. first goal is critical. Only twice in the last 70 league derbies has the team scoring first lost. It happened in last season's Old Firm opener. It also happened when Chris Sutton scored after 19 seconds in 2002. Offside.
Oof. Very tight. Papac's deepest for Rangers in the left-back position. You know, this is the problem that centre-backs have when they push up and the full-backs don't get up. And Papac is 2 yards deeper. Gets off with one there.
Won by Naismith. Jelavic. The pressure from Wilson. Goal kick. Wilson, a new recruit from Nottingham Forest, and he's looked dependable so far. Lupa helps it on, scooped away by Bocanegra, who spent 4 years at Fulham. Mulgrew advancing. Bocanegra meets it.
Oh, it's a good ball from Charlie Mulgrew, and Samaras just caught on his heels there when he should be attacking the front post.
Kaddouri, the Moroccan, is coming on loan to cover for the injured Izaguirre. It's his throw. Kaddouri again. Corner. And a worry for Rangers now. Can Celtic offer a threat here? Key's corner. Reuben's trying to get near it. It's going to come back to Key. Not by Lafferty.
That's a terrific defensive header from Jelavic under real pressure at the back post.
Kaddouri seeking out Leuven, still up there. Lafferty charged towards it but raised his boot.
I don't think there's any doubt here that Lafferty is high, but he wasn't for giving it up. I think that the danger for this Rangers system today is that it asks an awful lot of the two central players, Stephen Davis and Maurice Edu, and it's just important they don't empty their midfield.
Hooper and Samaras linking up well.
Well, he could have taken a touch, but I think it's quite right to hit it early. Just opens his foot on this Samaras, trying to find the inside of the right-hand post. A little bit too much elevation, but that is the kind of link-up play that Neil Lennon will be looking for from his front two.
Whittaker, Davis, Bocanegra for Papac. Maurice Edu made a very good run, but he stumbled. Leuven's will screen it.
Leuven's, I think, relieved to see him lose his footing there. Just gets out and he does the right thing, Glenn Leuven's, doesn't commit, stays on his feet, and he gets a little bit fortunate that the midfielder goes down.
Ben Leuven's, who returned from a hamstring injury against Atletico Madrid, his first game for 6 weeks. Scored an own goal in last season's Old Firm opener. Mulgrew, given a word of warning by Craig Thompson. And what is likely to be another incident-packed Glasgow derby. He could do with eyes in the back of his head. the Romanian international. Wilson for Scott Brown. Papac onto it. It's opened up for Papac. Leuven stopped it reaching Jelavic. Juan. Davis, a man for the big occasion. Whittaker. Davis again. Lafferty let it go. Leuven's cleared it, but Naismith coming back for more.
That's the kind of support that Stephen Naismith has provided very successfully for Scotland. You know, in terms of supporting from the wide areas, there are very few better than Stephen Naismith, particularly when the ball is on the left-hand side with young Wild. Stephen Naismith will become a back post striker for Rangers.
Naismith. Wilson for El Kaddouri. It's come off Lafferty. Celtic looking to win the first Old Firm game in the season since 2006. South Korea key. Brown. Samaras. Badr El Kaddouri. Should be McGregor's. Offside. Jelavic.
Yeah, Leuven his hand up immediately, but the right idea from Allan McGregor, trying to get him one-on-one, get him away early.
Kelvin Wilson towards Samaras. Brown away by Juan. Key. Mulgrew taking on Whittaker. He's got past him as well. Brilliant from Mulgrew. Screen by Juan. Samaras. Brown in there. Samaras.
Well, Juan did well to get out and make sure the cross wasn't coming across the face out of goal. Lovely little nutmeg here from Charlie Mulgrew to lose. Whittaker just can't get the elevation on the cross. No shortage of support in the box, had he managed to get it beyond the front post.
Joel Samaras, whose penalty was saved by Allan McGregor in the final Old Firm game of last season. Hooper napped it off Davis, who didn't seem to get a warning, although might not have heard it. Leuven's. The Rangers were also keen to sign 3 years ago. Fraser Forster back for a second season on loan from Newcastle. Whittaker's header. Kyle. Wilson. Edu. Naismith has been caught by Kyle.
Well, the ball was certainly there to be won, and Kyle had every right to go and try and contest it. He's just a fraction late. And it's the kind of challenge that Neil Lennon would be expecting him to make, and we'll see plenty more of them.
Naismith, who isn't the tallest but is good in the air.
It's a good ball in, you know, he's helped it into the channel, but you know, Jelavic had come short, and in a situation like that, Kyle Lafferty should be going long. Naismith did really well to win the first ball.
Rangers were held by Hearts here on the opening day of the season, but they've won 5 out of 5 in the SPL since. Hooper is offside.
Yeah, he is offside, but it's the type of run that Hooper's going to have to make. You know, Samaras, as Charlie said, very often the whipping boy. But when he is up there and Celtic hit him, they have to have either Hooper or midfield players going beyond them. You know, Celtic having a little bit more of the ball. Still waiting in the first clean chance of the match.
Lafferty wanted a free kick. Leuven's strong and physical. Kelvin Wilson now for El Kaddouri. Mulgrew hugging the touchline. Key. He's lost it. Jelavic. Naismith. He was caught late and Rangers might have wanted to play on, but as it is, Charlie Mulgrew's in bother.
Yeah, first booking. Now, 15 minutes, Craig Thompson's trying to let it breathe. But there comes a time, and that time has arrived.
That is a Glasgow derby challenge right enough. It's brought a yellow card for Charlie Mulgrew. There might be more. Bocanegra. Naismith. Kaddouri. Could have let that go, actually.
Well, El Kaddouri has very quick feet, but he's certainly not the biggest, and you know, Stephen Naismith may fancy his chances in the air against him coming in at the back post.
Naismith's cross will drop behind, but he's had some start to the season, carrying on from where he left off last season, in fact.
Gives Ally McCoist so many options. You know, he can play up front on his own, he can play off the front, play either wide midfield positions, and you know, it'll allow Ally McCoist to shuffle his pack if he has to.
Samaras penalised. Davis. Jelavic is over there. Whittaker. Davis. It's going nowhere fast. Celtic have already lost this season, a surprise home defeat to St Johnstone. Davis, Naismith. Leuven's. Naismith, once again leaping well.
Yeah, he looks as if he's got the jump on El Kaddouri on that side, Stephen Naismith.
Hooper, Brown. Mulgrew's away to his left. Brown seemed determined to charge forward. Wild. Challenge, and Kyle has a bit to say to Greg Wild.
It's really good defending from Badr El Kaddouri because Scott Brown was caught up the pitch there. He did well to get back goal side of young Wild, just to protect Mark Wilson.
Edu, Lafferty. Hooper now picks it up on Celtic's behalf and then gives it away to Davis. Whittaker. Jelavic. Wilson intervenes. Scott Brown closed in on Greg Wild. Davis. Celtic's thrown out. Wilson. Goyan. Whittaker. Bocanegra. Papac. Wild. A fancy flip to Papac. Stephen Whittaker now. Lafferty, trapped by El Kaddouri. Lafferty wriggling clear, but Kyle is there to boot it away.
Oh, he did well, you know, there are times in the game where Stephen Naismith and Lafferty just swap positions. He did well to make the opportunity to get anything into the box at all there, Lafferty.
Whittaker's throw. Lafferty. There's another go. Away by Wilson. Only to Naismith! Stephen Naismith with a screamer! His first Old Firm goal! And Rangers have the lead on Derby Day in Glasgow!
Well, he's been the brightest player in the pitch so far, Stephen Naismith. And he certainly gets his foot through this. I think Kyle could be doing better. Kyle sells himself in the corner. It's a very poor clearance from Kelvin Wilson, and I wouldn't blame Fraser Foster. It's a terrific finish, moves a little bit left to right. Goalkeeper never getting it, but Kelvin Wilson should be doing much better at the front post. Super finish from the game's best player so far.
And this is what he thought of it. Stephen Naismith's terrific form continues, but that is his first Glasgow Derby goal. Last scored against Celtic 5 years ago for Kilmarnock. Rangers first to show, and how he showed. Ibrox is jumping. 3 sides of it anyway. Celtic need a big response to that. Bearing in mind, as we said earlier, the team scoring first rarely loses in these matches. Although it did happen at the start of last season, and Celtic will be hoping it happens again. It's a foul by Jelavic on Wilson.
Well, he'll have much to say about the defending, I'm sure. Super finish from Stephen Naismith, but should have done better.
That goal was Rangers' first attempt on goal. A stunner from Stephen Naismith. Mulgrew and Key. Steve Davis quickly across to have his say. El Kaddouri with this throw. Mulgrew, shadowed by Naismith. Brilliant from Naismith. Belted away by Whittaker for Jelavic though, he knew what he was doing. Handball would have certainly been harsh against Leuven's. Naismith wins it again. Edu! Kyle alongside him. Wilson Wilson for Samaras. Bocanegra's gone with him. Papac covering. Davis. Offside. Kyle Lafferty.
I just wonder if he's trying to find young Greg Wild there, who was blocked off by Mark Wilson but managed to get free. Look at the near side here. Greg Wild wanted it a little bit earlier. Well, it was a yard off, but it's a good offer from the youngster.
Well, Lafferty missed the start of this season with a hernia operation, but he's on a remarkable goal-scoring spree at the moment, including the tail end of last season. 9 in 9. Allan McCoist down on the touchline now. Neil Hibbins' expression and mannerism says it all. But Celtic have plenty of time to rescue this, and are more than capable of doing just that. Free kick.
Well, it's a needless one to give away from Ortiz. Given the action that Charlie Mulgrew gets in the ball, even from this deep in the pitch, you know, something that Rangers will have to try and avoid. As he will drop this in between the penalty spot and 6-yard box.
Yep, every chance this will be awkward for Rangers. They'll know what's coming. It's how they deal with it. There's a teaser from Mulgrew and McGregor came out.
I don't think he's getting there, Allan McGregor. He's decided he's coming all the way here. Did he get anything on it? Well, very little, if anything. Horrible ball to defend there.
Keys corner. Foul by Lubens. Manhandling Goya.
This is the moment that mattered, and two pieces I think of poor defending here. I think Kyle sells himself in the corner, and you know, Kelvin Wilson could have taken a touch there, hit it straight out to Stephen Naismith. But what a good finish, just a little touch of cut spinning the ball to move it left to right. And what a start he's had this afternoon, Stephen Naismith.
El Kaddouri. An awkward fall for Whittaker. Rangers a goal to the good, and what a good goal from Stephen Naismith. Saw one for Stephen Whittaker. Second game for Celtic, and it happens to be against Rangers. Blasted away by Whittaker. Jelavic is lurking, and he's going to get to it ahead of Lubens. Lafferty nearby, but Lubens recovered.
He's got to be stronger, Glenn Lubens. You know, he can't afford to allow Jelavic to bully him. And at times I think this is the weakness in Lubens' game. The physical side of the game he doesn't fancy at times.
Jelavic tormented Celtic in the Europa League a couple of seasons ago with Rapid Vienna, and scored the winner against them in the League Cup final at Hampden last season. Biran Kyle. Lafferty just clipped Kyle then. Kyle unimpressed. El Kaddouri looking for Hooper, stopped by Edu. Half an hour gone in the latest saga of this epic conflict.
Well, he looks unhappy and he's every reason to be. You know, unless Celtic start getting their front two into the game, they're going to continue to struggle here.
His on-firm record is pretty good. He's won 4 out of 8 as a manager. He lost 2. Key for Wilson. Wilson won it back on Edu. Hooper. Crowded out. Rangers in Celtic's faces. Jelavic. Davis running onto it. Kelvin Wilson across. Bocanegra for Papac. Juan. Won their last 5 SPL games without conceding a goal. Hooper picked to it by Goyan, and it's come to Greg Wild. Got past Wilson, but not Key. Kyle shrugs off Lafferty.
Did well. Good ball.
Johnny Mulgrew. Not hanging around, but Goyan will stop it reaching Samaras. Poor clearance from Whittaker. Hooper hit his own man. Samaras flag is up anyway. Offside.
That's a pity because Kyle offering really good support there, but Samaras certainly offside. As the shot was struck, just doesn't get himself back quickly enough here. He should be working a little bit harder to adjust his position there.
Davis, nearly.
Jelavic bossing Kelvin Wilson that time.
It's Key, and Samaras out wide. Samaras having to take the long way around, pestered by Maurice Edu. Edu hasn't always been a favourite with the fans here, applauded for his efforts there. Brown. Mulgrew. El Kaddouri. Brown again. Gary Hooper scores! A typically clinical finish from Gary Hooper. He scores on Derby Day again. It's 1-1.
Oh, it's a special finish. To beat Allan McGregor from that angle is a special finish. And it's the composure, you know, to open his body from that angle, you know, and just bend it across Allan McGregor. It's a fabulous finish. I think it's Bocanegra who plays him onside. Good reverse ball from Scott Brown. Bocanegra playing him on. And that is an exquisite finish.
Neil Lennon is a bit happier now as Gary Hooper once again makes his mark on Derby Day. His 4th goal in 7 games against Rangers. This is becoming intriguing. Mulgrew. Samaras with a little shot there on Bocanegra.
Well, he did well to win his Samaras, but Gary Hooper in that occasion just not close enough to him.
Minutes to half-time. Glasgow's Giants locked together at 1-1. two tremendously taken goals. But here come Rangers again with Naismith. Wild. It is a bit wild, alas, for Rangers.
Well, this was Gary Hooper at his very best. Certainly played onside by Bocanegra, everybody else getting out. Left centre-back stayed in. But it really is a super finish. He probably started that outside the post, Gary Hooper, and that little bit of bend took it inside.
4 in his last 4 in the SPL and 4 in 4 league derbies in Glasgow. Some record. Jelavic cracked on the head. Mulgrew. Rangers throw. McCoist back upstairs now. Rangers, they're back.
Hard to believe we've gone 36 minutes. It feels more like 3. You know, that's the way it'll feel for the boys out there for the first time. It just flies past this game.
It's a free kick for Jelavic. And this will encourage Rangers. Ibrox seemed to stand still when Hooper's equaliser trickled in. But Rangers have a chance to respond here. Break wild again, but straight through to Forrest that time. Not what they wanted. Celtic's turn to come back for more, perhaps. Brown. Hooper. El Kaddouri. Away by Juan. Mulgrew. It's come off Mulgrew, Naismith involved. Goal from Hooper, the first that Rangers have conceded in the SPL for the best part of 9.5 hours. Davis. Whittaker. Bocanegra. Jelavic has made his run. Kyle. Kelvin Wilson. Blocked by Naismith.
Rangers have pushed Stephen Naismith right on. Kyle Lafferty's dropped off left side. They've switched Greg Wild to the right hand side.
Minor spat between El Kaddouri and Naismith. Very minor in Glasgow terms. Kyle. Brown. Samaras. Blocked by Davis. Clearance cannoned off Wilson. Slip from Lafferty. Wild. Brown. Bocanegra aware that Hooper's coming towards him. Final 5 minutes of the first half that's flown by. Brown. Wilson. Brown again. Key. El Kaddouri. Oh, it's a horrible clanger from Allan McGregor. He's let it slip behind him. Celtic have turned this all-firm match on its head, and El Kaddouri celebrates.
Well, nobody has to tell Allan McGregor this is not the day to make that kind of mistake. It's a really patient build-up from Celtic here. Eventually they get a man over. It's a bread and butter save for Allan McGregor, but he doesn't get his body behind it. And somehow it gets through his gloves. And, well, he'll remember that for a long, long time. Decent effort from the full-back, but pretty straightforward, you say.
The man who saved Samaras's penalty in the final Old Firm game of last season to aid Rangers' title chances makes a catastrophic error there, and El Kaddouri gets a goal in only his second game. Things like that can happen on Derby Day in Glasgow. Papac over towards Jelavic. Enough to get over it.
Yeah, they want to get a very quick save under his belt. This is an absolute howler. From a goalkeeper of this quality, absolute howler.
A major mistake from a man who so often has saved Rangers over the years. That's why goalkeepers are all mad. Celtic care not a jot. We are with Rangers again next week, Saturday lunchtime at Dunfermline, 12:30 Sky Sport HD4. Well, he can't vouch for a cock-up like that. Celtic are loving it. Half-time approaching, and they have the lead at the home of their fierce rivals. Hooper, Kyle,
a bit of work here for Rangers to do to get in without further damage before half-time, because again Charlie Mulgrew will fancy this. Lubins has gone up. And he came for the last one, Allan McGregor, and mistimed it. Having made that blunder there, I wonder if he'll fancy coming all the way for this one.
Well, the timing of this free kick is almost as ominous as the free kick itself. Charlie Mulgrew. It's not good that time from Mulgrew, much to Rangers' relief. Away by Davis. Hooper. Wilson. Mulgrew, Whittaker, anywhere will do moment with the 45-minute mark almost up. It is half-time. Naismith fired Rangers in front with a beauty.